Sony FE 70 to 300mm f4.5 to 5.6 G OSS lens review. The underrated reach your kit is missing. You spot the shot. A hawk on a far branch, perfectly lit. You raise your camera, zoom in all the way, and it still feels miles away. So you crop in later, and the detail just falls apart in your hands. Sound familiar? Most photographers quietly blame their skill or their camera body, never realizing the real gap is simply reach. That distant subject you keep missing is not a talent problem. It is a focal length problem. You keep walking closer and the moment vanishes before you ever arrive. You tell yourself the next shot will be the one, but the moment is already gone. Doesn't that feeling of almost getting it hit just a little too close to home? Here is what that gap quietly costs you. First, your time. Hours spent hiking, waiting, and positioning, only to come home with frames you delete that same night. Second, your money. You invested in a capable camera body, yet half its potential sits unused because your glass cannot reach where your eye already went. Third, and this is the heavy one, your confidence. Every missed shot chips away at the belief that you are actually good at this craft. You start leaving the camera at home. The opportunities you once chased, you now simply stand and watch. There is a quieter, easier way to shoot that skips all of this struggle entirely. But right now, every blurry frame at full zoom feels like the moment itself is laughing at you, just out of focus, just out of reach. This is where the Sony FE 70 to 300mm f4.5 to f5.6 G OSS Lens enters, and everything changes. It gives you true 70 to 300mm reach in one compact travel-ready lens, so the distant subject finally fills your frame without any cropping. Here is what that unlocks as quiet superpowers. The optical steady shot keeps your handheld shots sharp, even at full telephoto. The linear actuator autofocus is fast, smooth, and genuinely silent, so you stop spooking skittish wildlife mid-shot. 4 aspherical and 2 ED glass elements deliver corner-to-corner sharpness most variable zooms simply cannot match. And the close focus down to 0.9 meters hands you near macro detail on flowers and insects without ever reaching for a second lens. Picture a photographer who used to delete half their wildlife folder every night. After switching to this lens, they kept nearly every frame from a single morning at the bird park. And yes, I tested this myself across landscapes and nature, and the keeper rate climbed immediately. The part that surprises people most, on an APS-C body, this reaches a full 450mm equivalent. Wait, that's allowed? Let the evidence settle this calmly. Immediately, you get sharper frames at full reach. Within a week, you stop deleting half your shots. Long term, you carry one lens doing the work of 2. The proof stacks cleanly. First, the numbers. Roughly 3 stops of effective OSS stabilization, plus a class-leading 0.31 times magnification, genuinely unusual for any telephoto zoom. Second, real shooters. One user traded in their 70 to 200 f4 and simply said they feel good about the switch, while a 74-year-old photographer with neck pain finally carries a telephoto all day without any strain. Third, quiet recognition. It stands as the only native E-mount lens covering this full range, quietly outperforming heavier, pricier glass on sheer portability. I noticed this after 3 weeks. The lens stopped feeling like a compromise and started feeling like the obvious answer. Which of these benefits hits you hardest? Comment 1 for clarity, 2 for speed, 3 for control. Compared to bulkier super telephotos, this one you actually bring with you, and the shot you bring home always beats the one you left behind. The deepest thing the Sony FE 70 to 300 millimeter f4.5 to 5.6 G OSS lens gives you is simple. You stop missing the shots you used to just watch slip away. Reach, sharpness, and silent autofocus in a body light enough to carry all day without thinking. Quality glass like this moves quietly through stock, and telephoto prices rarely get friendlier the longer you sit on the decision. Link in the description. First one pinned to the top. Go grab it, take it out this weekend, and tell me what you finally caught. You already knew you wanted this one.
For demo videos and current pricing, check the link in the description.